Hey guys, I am back with another speed build, and in this speed build we are working on a bridal studio. So I put the bridal studio in Magnolia Promenade. I had to really enunciate it, otherwise I end up saying it wrong. Because it's a retail lot, your Sims can actually go there and buy wedding dresses if you want. If you put in your own game, you have like CC dresses, you could dress them up with your custom content dresses and go and purchase those as well. But the whole purpose of it is to add to like storytelling and like just make the gameplay more fun, okay? I looked at a few pictures to get inspiration for the bridal studio, but overall it's pretty much just what I felt like doing. My favorite part of this build was probably working on the front, like the front window, because it was fun like making a cute like store display. And I think I might end up doing some more retail lots, just because making the front display, I don't know, it's the most entertaining part. And you can like switch it up if you're making like a toy store, if you're making like a bookstore, and then if you're actually using it in game, you could always switch up the display just to make it more interesting and make it more fun for you. So right here in this build, you can see I'm working on that front part. I added like these fancy curtains because I feel like they give wedding vibes. You may notice that all the mannequins are naked. And that is only because I can't dress them until I'm in game. So when you download the lot, like the mannequins will have wedding dresses on, but just in the speed build you won't be able to see that. Yeah, I got like really picky with the build. You can see I originally had it where it was like more of a hexagonal shape storefront, and then I got rid of it just because I felt like the stairs looked a little weird, and just I don't know, the exterior was just giving me weird vibes, so I got rid of that. Here I'm adding these little, what are they called, awnings over the front just to make it look a little bit more cutesy. It's supposed to look like a bridal studio, like a little boutique, so I feel like that gave it that kind of vibe. Here I was just trying to figure out how to decorate the front of the build. I ended up going back with the first option, I'm pretty sure. Like after searching for a long time, I ended up just going back with the flowers that I had originally chosen. Here I just added these little dress posters. I was trying to look for like more options, but to be fair, I don't think there was that many. I added these little chalkboards as like, I guess one would be maybe their times when they're open, and the other one is just like maybe detailing prices or some sort of deal they have going on. And here I'm just trying to find a nice wallpaper. And I also filtered it by pack, so I was trying to use mainly base game, get to work, and I also used a bit of vintage glamour. And I think the floors are get famous, but that might be the only thing. So other than that, I don't think I used that many packs. If you if you want to download it and you're like, oh my god, I don't have this pack, as long as you have not get together, as long as you have get to work, obviously you have base game if you have any packs, and you have vintage glamour, you should be able to download it and have pretty much everything. I think the only thing from, oh, actually you might need Get Famous for the little dressing racks, which you'll see in a little bit. So those 3 packs. And if you don't have that, you could always replace it with something else, because it's not that huge of a deal. It's just what I used for like the store part of the house, the store part where you would purchase things. Here I made a little flower box. It's not really a flower box, it's more just to make the hedging look a little bit nicer, but I added little flowers in between. And then here I'm adding trash cans, which I end up moving later on, and you'll see that in a little bit. I put the hedges all around, and I ended up deleting part of it because, why did I delete part of it? Oh, because I wanted to have a back door, and you'll see why in a little bit. Here I'm just going around adding all those flowers again, just because I feel like it makes it look a little bit cuter than just having the dirt. Yeah, I had to keep going back and forth to like get the right railing, the right staircase. Yeah, so I'm trying to find a cute door. Ended up using like this door that says like sorry we're open, sorry we're closed, and I just switch it around. That would probably normally be like a front door for a retail lot, but you know, it looked cute, so we used it anyway. And then here I'm using this, it's technically a fence that came with Get to Work to make like little parking spaces. I know we don't have cars, but you know, it adds to the realism of the lot. And I went into debug mode to find cars to place in the little parking spaces. And I used these parking meters. I had them at the side first, but I don't know. I ended up moving them to the side because I just felt like it made more sense. Those parts were probably how you get off into the, like get off and go into the road. So it didn't really make sense to have them where I did. These people have some nice fancy cars. And I was just checking how it looked in the night. I was gonna add something over here. I don't think I ended up doing that just because I was like, there's not really a point. And then here I was trying to, so I try to look at how my builds look when it's dark as well as like in the morning, because if you just look at your builds in the afternoon or like morning time and you never look at how it looks in the night, you may realize that afterwards the outside of your lot is completely dark and you can't see anything when your Sims are outside. So always be checking how it looks in the morning and then how it looks in the night so you can make sure it's fully lit. Now we're working on the interior. The floor plan is pretty much just like a room for the employees. There's 2 bathrooms. There's a room for your Sims to like show off their wedding dress, and then there are dressing rooms in the front like, I guess, I don't know what you would call it. The place where you would purchase your dresses or like check in if you have an appointment to like try on dresses. Okay, so these are the racks that came with Get Famous. I was trying to find something from Get to Work that would have the same effect, but I couldn't find anything. So sadly, if you don't have Get Famous, then you won't have any of the little racks. But other than that, and the floor, everything else is base game. I know I said there's like 3 chats, but I'm just reminding you. It's base game, Get to Work, and Vintage Glamour. If you have those 3 packs, you should be good. Because I said earlier, I am trying to make my builds like more available to more people, because not everybody has all the packs and I want more people to be able to download my stuff. It is already up on the gallery if you do want to download it. It is under my Origin ID, which is always in the description, but in case you don't see it, it is AlluringSimmer, just like my name on YouTube and Twitch and everything. So here I'm just working on the break room. I added a little coffee machine. You may have seen I like replaced that locker like 3 times because I was trying to find the locker in the first place, and then I eventually found it and added it in so like employees could store their like belongings in there. Here I'm working on the front desk. I guess that's what it would be called. So this is where you would go to check in if you have an appointment to try on dresses, or just if you want to come in and you want to like pick up a dress that you purchase, and you know, maybe they're doing alterations. So I have these little cash registers. I moved it back just because I wanted more space, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, so here I added in some lamps, but I thought that they were pretty boring, so I ended up replacing those. I added a little garbage can behind the front desk, and I replaced the lamps with these flowers just to add some color. And then I used the Get to Work fence that kind of looks like, I don't know what they're actually called, but usually you'll see them anywhere where you have to like wait in a line, maybe like a movie theater or something, those kind of fences. I use those just to like create a little line for where you could go to pay for your items, well, I guess pay for your dress. And then here I'm creating a little changing room. It's pretty simple. All the rooms are exactly the same. They have like a chair for your Sims to sit on, and then they have a little row. It's like a complimentary row to the guests, and I guess they would replace it for every guest that they get. So here I was trying to find a nice like ottoman to put in, but I ended up replacing the ottoman just because I felt like it was taking up too much space. I added a painting in. I think I put the same one into each room. Now I'm looking at it, maybe I should have like put a different one, but that was the only one with that shape that looked nice enough to put in the in the changing room. Okay, so yeah, I replaced it with the chair that pretty much has the exact same pattern that the ottoman did, but it's just smaller, so your Sims will have more room in there, and they could actually change in there, I guess, because there is a mirror. Added in a little runner, and then I added some more of those, what would those be called? The clothing racks, and some mirrors. So that would probably be where the person working would stand and like, you know, be putting away dresses that people may have tried on. And then I added a little shoe rack in there as well. And then here I'm working on the spot where like your Sims would shop. So this is the part where they would look through to see like what dresses they had offering. Actually, no, that's what we're gonna look at after. I just placed the mannequin down there to know what I was gonna do. This is the part where your Sims will go to try on their dresses. So again, there's a changing room for them to try on dresses, but this is a room where they would, I guess, show off their dresses to like family. So I added a little bench there. That's where like their family or close friends could sit and see them when they're trying on their dress. And the rug is meant to like represent the little, it's usually like a higher platform that they would stand on, but I didn't know how to recreate that in The Sims without doing like split leveling. So I just didn't bother with that. Added in some more of those like old looking paintings. I'm pretty sure they're both base game, so that's cool. And then here I was creating the little, I guess, shopping area. This is where your Sims would actually purchase things. So the racks, again, like they're more for the look. Like your Sims couldn't actually purchase the rack, but the mannequins, when you download it, they will be fully clothed, which means your Sims could use that. They could try on the dresses, and they could purchase them if they wanted to. And then here I was just creating the bathroom. So one is a staff bathroom, which is why there's only a door from the staff room. And then the other one is the bathroom for like customers, and I guess the staff could use it too if they need it. But this is like the bathroom designated for staff. They're actually pretty much the same. Like the layout is a little bit different because of the placement of the door, but they're the same. Yeah, and I think we're getting close to the end of the build. There will be screenshots at the end so you guys can check those out, and you can see like a full view of the bridal studio with the mannequins fully clothed, so it looks a lot nicer. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. Make sure to check the description for all my socials, including my Twitter and my Twitch, which are my most used platforms. And make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, because that would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.